Welcome to Sunfire Designs. Today I'm going to be making a coaster that is inspired by Petra, and I will actually tag her in this video in the description so you can go check her out. She has an amazing assortment of different things that you can learn, and she's great. I love her. Anyway, so I mixed up some Estoyo resin, 180 mils, and Estoyo was very kind and sent me some resin to try out. And I have a discount code for you if you're interested in trying it out also. I really like it. It's very good resin. It is low viscosity, and it also, the bubbles come up, it moves the way it's supposed to. I just really enjoy using it. So the discount code is Sunfire, and you get 10% off, and it's also in the description with a link if you wanted to look at it there. So anyway, I'm going to make this, my theme right now is Halloween. I'm on a Halloween kick. I have this really cool, it's a moth with moons on it. It just reminds me of Halloween. I got that at Temu. So I'm going to place it in the center here, make sure that it's where I want it to be, and that it's level. And I'm just going to place it there and then pour over it, because that way I don't have to worry about trying to get it in there and get it in evenly. Just press it down a little bit. I may go back if I'm able to and stick a little stick in the little holes here to try to eliminate any bubbles, but I might not be able to. It just kind of depends. So I'm going to start off with this purple color, which is Liquitex Deep Violet, followed by a black mica powder, which is just a mica powder. It's a generic mica powder that I got. And then this is, I cannot say the name of it, but I do have a link in the description. It is Red Copper. I don't know how to say the brand name, but it's really pretty. They have an iron red that I used in another coaster that I just am in love with, but this is very cool. It looks kind of orangey to kind of keep in my Halloween theme. And then for white, I have an opaque white here, and I used my own pigment paste that I made. So, and then I have some clear left over. So I'm going to start off by pouring in the purple. And if I'm able to see, and I think I should be able to see the bottom, I'm going to stick the little skewer thing in the holes just to make sure that there aren't any bubbles lingering in them, because I'm not a fan of bubbles. If you know me at all, you know this, if you've been watching me. So it just takes a second to kind of check and make sure that there aren't any bubbles in these little holes. And it doesn't seem like there are. That's the good thing. This resin is so thin when you're pouring it that it releases any bubbles right away, and it doesn't give them a chance to kind of get in there. All right, is that still where I want it to be? I think so. All right, so now I'm going to pour in the black. Oh, my nose is itchy. Sorry, guys. All right, I'm going to torch this super fast just to make sure that, yeah, I got everything. Didn't torch it long because I don't want to scorch the bottom of my mold, but I did want to look and make sure that I didn't have any lingering, unwanted little friends in there. Bubble friends, or bubble enemies, or bubble frenemies. Sorry, it's like after 10 o'clock. I'm getting a little slap happy. All right, so now I'm going to pour a little bit of clear in here. Hello, little moth. I think that's what it is, a little moth. He's cute. All right, then I'm going to pour in my red copper in the center. I like copper. I like rose gold, and I like copper. I think out of all the metals that I use in things, I like copper and rose gold the most. I like silver jewelry. Like if I'm wearing something, I wear silver jewelry, but copper and rose gold are where it's at. All right, so I'm gonna do a little torch, get rid of any superficial bubbles on the top. Like I said, this resin is thin enough that they will continue to come up to the surface and pop as it's curing. All right, so next I am going to move this out of the way, and I am going to do my white petals. And you can fast forward if this is not something you want to watch. I would never even know you did, and it does not bother me if you did anyway. Even if you were here and were to tell me, hey, gonna fast forward through this, I'd be like, cool beans, go for it. I get it, I've done it. Oh, bless you. That's my husband. In the other room, sneezing. It's allergy season here, so I think that's what's going on with us. Anyway, so you'll notice that all my petals kind of go the same way. I don't go back and forth between directions. I'm just a little too lazy for that. So I just leave them all going the same direction. I really like how that copper is interacting with the purple. I think it looks really cool. Copper and purple are two amazing colors together. To me, it's like very rich, you know, like purple was the color of royalty, and you add copper to it, it's just like extra, like opulent or extravagant. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Anyway. So when I'm done here, you can continue to fast forward if you want. It just needs to move in towards the center. And it takes it just a minute to do it, but I don't really want to turn it off and then turn the video back on and then try to remember to include both parts when I'm doing my editing. I do not have super awesome phone that can, you know, do all those things. I mean, I have an iPhone, but it's like one of the older ones. Maybe someday I'll get big and famous and I'll be able to do that. But until then, you have to deal with my shoddy video editing skills, and just sit tight with me for a second or fast forward. Just going to tidy up my stuff while I'm doing it. That way, that's less I have to do when I'm done. Definitely going to clean out my craft room tomorrow, because it is slowly taking over everything. I need to organize it so I can find the things I need, and just makes it easier. I'm hoping to have more space here shortly so I can do 2 recordings side by side, not like this, but where you only see one of them. All right, I think this is almost ready. It moves into a certain point and then it kind of slows down. So I'm going to go ahead and help it out by putting in my next row of petals. Okay, here we go. And then we will pour in the rest of our clear, and then I won't see you again for like 32 billionths of a second. Sorry, I was trying to figure out how to say that right. Because it'll be overnight for me, and then it'll be like 2 seconds for you, and then we'll be back here unmolding. I'm not so hot with coming up with things on the fly sometimes. Sound like a bonehead. All right, so now I'm gonna pour this in here into the center. It pushes everything away. And I'm just gonna shoop. All right, and that is it. So it's gonna move back in, and then it's gonna cure, and then yeah. So I will see you in a flash when it's time to unmold. All right, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay, here we are, in the middle of the night. I can't say I normally would have gotten up in the middle of the night for you, but the dog woke me up, puking again. Good times. There we go. The edges are still a little squishy, but that's okay. We can still see what we see. Excuse me. All right, are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I like that. That came out so cool. The middle's a little weird, but it's gonna be that way. Wow. Oh my gosh, I love it. What do you guys think? That purple keeps turning to pink around the outside in my mind. Anyway, let me know what you think.